I'm broke, guys. I am absolutely broke, kind of. And here's the thing, right? For those of you nosy motherfuckers who saw the title and wanted to know why I'm broke or how broke I am, I'm not really gonna get into how broke I am or anything like that. But so here's the thing, all right? If I could go back in time 5 years ago, I would tell myself, just don't get into fucking acting. Don't get into fucking filmmaking. Don't get into fucking singing. Just throw all that shit away. Just be more fucking realistic and just fucking work a regular job. All right, just work a regular job. Just get a stable job and work a few $1,000s a month and whatever, right? And then just watch sports and on the weekends, just watch football on the weekend and just have fun. You know what I'm saying? Like that would have been a stable life. But that 18-year-old me said, you know what? Fuck all that. Fuck that. I want to be a director. I want to be an actor. I want to be a. And here I am at the age of 23. I'm broke as fuck. Yes, sir. Well, anyway, so here's the thing, right? If I wanted to be just a director, I think it would have been a little bit more stable in a way. Like to be a director that wins the Oscars and everyone knows like Tarantino, Scorsese, blah blah blah. That would have been different. That would have been different. But at least at my age, I would have been more open to get a regular job and work 9 to 5 or get into like some filming industry and try to blah blah blah. To be an actor, it's a whole new different breed, in my opinion, right? Because to make ends meet as an actor, which I have not been able to make, I haven't made shit from acting yet, but to be an actor, you gotta be like, you need, like, it's almost like applying for a job every single time. You know what I'm saying? Like, you go on Indeed.com, you see a whole bunch of jobs, you apply to a bunch of them, and if you get one job, you get a job, and you get that job for like however long you work for, right? Unless you get fucking fired. For an actor, you apply to a bunch of jobs the way you would on Indeed, and then you get one job. That's a one-off job, For like an unknown actor like myself, it would be like 1 day or 2 days of a commercial shoot, blah blah blah, or like extras, or like it pays $100 a day for a short film, and that's it. So yeah, like if no one gets back to me, I don't get shit. So like it's really hard. So should I just work 9 to 5 just to make my ends meet? No, because the thing is, you gotta be technically available 24/7. Like there'd be a thing where like I apply to a job, right? Like so when I've signed on to an agent, and when I did, it was like you gotta be okay with 24-hour notice. Yeah, I mean, if I said no, I wouldn't get an agent, so I gotta say yes, obviously, right? So what's happened to me before I signed on to an agent, right? I was applying to the jobs, and obviously I would apply to a bunch, so I don't keep track of what I applied for or whatever, and it's like a lot of the time no one even gets back to me, and I had apparently applied for an extra gig for a commercial shoot, right? And I didn't remember that I even applied for that. And then I get like a text from like the casting company or whatever saying, "Hey, are you available on this date?" It was like a few days away from that day that I got a text. And I was like, "Yeah, sure. I will do that." Yeah, I'm available. Yay, I finally got something. And when you get that kind of text, you kind of know you might have gotten the gig. But, until you actually get like a call sheet where you're like, where the people are telling you exactly when to be, where at, but you don't really know if you actually got the gig or not. So I was like, and then I didn't hear anything, right? They checked for my availability. I said I'm available, but they didn't get back to me at all. So I was like, and it was already the day before the shoot. So I was like, I'm not going to get anything. And I want to go watch Star Wars, all right, when they re-released episode 3 earlier this year, and I went to watch it with my friends at like 7 p.m. and I got out of the theater at like 9:30 p.m. Right, I was like telling my friends, I'm like, probably didn't get the job. I see my Gmail and I'm getting a text from that commercial thing. It's a call sheet, so I had gotten the job, and it was the email was sent at like 9 p.m. that day, right? And I was like, what the fuck? I got the gig. I got to call out of work, right? I got to call off work the next shift, and then, okay, so let's see what like when I need to get there. And it was like a 30-minute drive from where I was, right? And the call time was like fucking 5:30 a.m. I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Beyond grateful I got a job though, you know what I'm saying? And it was a cool gig. Loved it. ended up working 3 days straight. Absolutely loved it. Haven't gotten anything big since then. uh, so it's kind of like that. So what I'm trying to say is that you don't get a job. Like if you have a 9 to 5 or like a job with a responsibility where you actually cannot just like casually call off or whatever, that you can't really do it, because then like you don't know what you're getting, you don't know what's gonna happen, you know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, I could get a 9 to 5. I did for like a month and a half and I quit that. I was like, no, I can't do it because I got acting. But then also the hard thing is like you keep applying hoping that would happen, but then a lot of the times you don't get a gig at all. So I'm like, I'm left with this minimum wage job where I don't have responsibility, but also no low pay, and I'm just like stuck here, and then I don't even get acting gigs. I'm like, what, please? But it's gonna be a long game. So here's gonna be a YouTube channel, I guess, where I'm gonna be documenting a random bullshit that I'm gonna be doing. Yeah, I should have said this when I started the video, but I'm a filmmaker. I make movies, I write shit, and I act, and I sing, and I'm a typical shit a lot of like aspiring and like artists do, you know what I mean? Like, so yeah. But a lot of I've been kind of like so as a result of not being able to make my ends meet, and I don't know if you see jerseys down there. So I love sports. I went to too many games with the low minimum wage job, and without any acting gigs in my hands. I blew my money. So the reason why I'm broke is because I was irresponsible with my money. But I don't really want to stop doing what I do. So, but at the same time, I gotta be working. So I decided to do double shifts now for the first time in my life. So I'll be working like 9 to 3 at a restaurant in the kitchen, and then 4 to like 11 at another restaurant. Yeah, I'm gonna lock in, man. I'm gonna lock the fuck in. And if my new employer somehow already found this video with like a YouTube channel with like fucking 5 subscribers or whatever, I'm gonna be fucked. But yeah, I'm gonna be documenting this thing. Like I'm broke as hell right now. I will be for probably a long time, but hopefully one day, y'all be together with this journey of me trying to make it into the industry, or like trying to make, like get my names out there, right? I hope you'll be there for me, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, fuck man, I don't want to do that, but so the shit that I gotta do for money to survive, but that allows me to do the thing that I love. And yeah, I'll be posting videos like this if y'all wanna subscribe. Bye, y'all.